Welcome back.
Oh, yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that.
Welcome back, everybody. So this video is a different kind of video. I promise you something about YouTube rankings, and we're gonna start today with this one right here. These are my top 10 favorite comedy YouTube channels. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're the most successful or anything like that, but they are my personal favorite top 10 as it is right now in August of 2022. So going to get to all kinds of different genres and all that kind of stuff, content creators. And I just want to give you some channels so that if you haven't discovered these channels yet, you might want to go and actually get them checked out. So without further ado, let us get into these YouTube channels. This is How It Should Have Ended, or commonly abbreviated as HISHE. Okay? Yeah, I'm just trying to go and actually abbreviate, and I just want to actually took more time to tell you the abbreviation than the actual title. But so that channel has been around forever, very much like, so they actually have 426 videos on their channel, all animated. Okay, now let me tell you what they describe themselves on their channel. So How It Should Have Ended goes and actually describes themselves as welcome to How It Should Have Ended, a place for animated parody alternate endings to major motion pictures. We make cartoons as fast as we can, and hopefully we can make you laugh along the way. So that's how they describe themselves. For me, this is another channel that has been around for a long time. Again, high production animation and voice acting, parodying the movies that we love with simple ways that they could have been solved quicker or that they could have been done better. They do movies from the past and present, but as in the case with most movie sites these days, Marvel movies are the big draw. Check out their take on Marvel's Infinity War and how they think the movie could have actually ended a little bit sooner than what it did. Check it out. What'd you think? Crack it up, right? A whole bunch of ways that that movie could have gone differently, right? So I love the way that they bring up things down. They're just going and actually vibing off of what the movie goes and actually plays by its own rules, and sometimes they don't. They ignore their own rules or what have you. And they go ahead and actually just, they do a lot more of being creative and things like that to go and actually call out the very idiosyncrasies that movies have in them. This is another series that you can watch for hours and hours and not get bored. So I would advise that you go ahead and actually watch it. Why? Because I'm Batman. That's why. And after watching this series, you will totally get that reference. So there you go. Selection, How It Should Have Ended. Channel is a comedian by the name of Mr. Nigel. I don't know if it's actually pronounced Nien or there's probably it's Nigel NG. Okay, that's the name of it. The whole moniker is Mr. Nigel NG. Okay, so that's who's actually on this channel. He describes himself as a Malaysian comedian, content creator based in London, UK, creator of Uncle Roger and Hiya podcast. Okay, now this actually has 120 videos. Last video was 2 months ago, so he's pretty consistent about putting things on there. It's not like every day or every week, but he puts high quality content out there. Almost all his videos are viral. They're just hilarious. To describe his videos, they're almost all of Nigel playing his faux character, Uncle Roger. Uncle Roger is supposed to be like an older Asian man who is critical of weaker people. Uncle Roger mostly focuses on criticizing people on the internet, both famous and not, attempting to cook meals, especially Asian meals. And the results are hilarious. He pokes fun at people's approach, their looks, techniques, a lack of proper seasoning, being scared of MSG, eating vegetables, and anything else that could be considered new school versus the old school Asian method of cooking. Nigel really loses himself in this character and overcomes the usual trope of being a stereotypical Asian character. So I want you guys to go ahead and actually check this out. and check out this clip and see what you think of Uncle Roger.
Going to do the taste test.
Taste test. Don't feed this rice to human. Don't do taste test. This is child abuse. Hello, niece and nephew. It's Uncle Roger. Today, Uncle Roger gonna review this video requested by so many niece and nephew out there. It's cake cooking special fried rice. As usual, my nephew Nigel, the cameraman. Nephew Nigel, say hi. Hey Uncle Roger, and hey nieces and nephews. Remember, Uncle Roger is doing a comedy video, so don't go attacking anyone after this, okay? Hiya, nephew Nigel. You worry too much. All my niece and nephew are decent people. Don't worry.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking. And today I'm going to be doing special fried rice.
Okay, this video look quite amateur, but Uncle Roger's favorite genre of video is amateur. This video look quite amateur, but sometimes amateur people the most passionate. Uncle Roger give this video a shot.
I put some oil in. It says 2 tablespoons.
Hiya, induction stove. Hiya, I just said give this a shot and she messed up already. And why her induction stove purple? Uncle Roger never see this before, but at least she got wok.
And now I'm going to chop some garlic up because it says it's got to be really hot and...
This is the dumbest way to see if your wok is hot. Don't just put your hand in the wok, you will burn yourself. Hiya, just use your eye. Here's how you know if wok is hot. If there's smoke coming out from wok, you know it's hot. This is not the time to use finger. Don't use finger.
Right, now I'm going to chop the garlic up. Fingers going in there, never mind.
Why your knife so colorful? Is this knife for children? Why are you using Sesame Street knife? And also look at her chopping. The garlic so uneven. They're big pieces, they're small pieces. Chop properly. Hiya.
Special fried purple one.
Oh my god, the garlic so ugly.
Oh.
Her chopping so bad, even the garlic tried to escape from her.
Take them to my friend and get them all.
2 hours later.
This must be the world's slowest chopping. I think by the time she finished chopping, everybody will have got vaccine for COVID.
Been to for ages, they're probably not...
She's still chopping. Is this egg fried rice tutorial or how not to chop garlic tutorial?
Now, I know a lot of you said flatten it with the back of the knife to do the garlic, but probably haven't got enough strength anyway to do it with the back of the knife.
So weak, little garlic, you cannot flatten. Hiya, I think, Kay, you need to go to gym so you can be stronger than clove of garlic.
Now, I know a lot of you said flatten it with the back of the knife to do the garlic.
That suggestion is right. When Uncle Roger chopped garlic, I first flatten garlic with the back of knife, then the skin easy to peel off, and then you can chop properly. If you don't smash your garlic first, that's why your garlic jump around when you're chopping, because it's not flat. Hiya. Learn the proper technique. Okay, finally, she's cooking.
What a letdown. As you can see, it's very hot and the garlic has now turned brown.
No. Oh my god. Turn brown? What you mean turn brown? The garlic blacker than Auntie Helen. Hard woman, are you colorblind? It completely burnt. This garlic looks so much like burn victim. Uncle Roger wanna start a GoFundMe for it.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy, right? So in this character of Uncle Roger, instead of it being stereotypical, this is an empowering character for Asian culture, right? As an old school person who is attempting to give helpful advice to young folks on the internet, his comedy is fun and it's very binge worthy. Once you watch like Uncle Roger, and if you vibe with it, you just keep on going. It just gets more and more hilarious of him coming, "Hiya, fuyo," and all this stuff. Like, dude is hilarious. And he doubles up in a lot of his sketches of being himself reacting as Uncle Roger, and then nephew Nigel, which is himself behind the camera and all that kind of stuff. So it's hilarious. I would go ahead and actually check him out on YouTube. And if you like him, subscribe to it. And then check out his podcast, Facebook. All the links are on his YouTube channel, Mr. Nigel NG. Check him out. Is a channel called Casually Explained. Now, it's not as many videos out there for Casually Explained. It only has 81 videos. Videos are anywhere from like 3 minutes to like 7 or 8 minutes. But we get into this content out here. So they actually describe themselves on there as, if you're looking for answers to life's questions and Wikipedia was under scheduled maintenance, look no further than Casually Explained. I'm here to help. Okay? So that's how they describe themselves on the YouTube channel. My take on it is that this site has really no business being as funny and as popular as it is. It is very basic animation in and of their stick figures for the people, so it's not complex drawings or anything like that. But it has basic animation, deadpan narration, explaining various things in life. Things like, is she into you? The English language, traveling, and my favorite, evolution as a video game. Now, do you think that sounds exciting? I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually let you watch like a minute or two of a clip on that video and see if you like it. Check it out.
So, since the first playable characters came out, the devs have been working on the human player type for what seems like 3 billion years, and I'll admit that I haven't even gotten through all the levels yet, but I've been pretty impressed so far, so I wanted to give a critical review of the current content. Now, if this is your first time playing, I definitely recommend picking one of the starting regions with lower difficulty, which I put in green here. All the servers are getting pretty overpopulated right now, so you can pick one of the yellow regions if the recommended ones are full, but really try not to go for the areas in red unless you really know what you're doing or are just trying to speedrun the game. Pretty much all areas are player versus environment zones, but there are a few player versus player areas around here, and if you really want to play on a private server, you can do that over here. But the admins aren't so great, and it sucks if you change your mind because after you're there, you can't leave, so I'd probably give it a miss. Okay, at the start you have to choose a race, and in the past, Caucasian male was definitely the most OP, but they've all become a lot more balanced in more recent patches, at least in the easier starting regions, but if you look at the race perks tab, still some nice privileges with this choice, so that's what I went with. Okay, so once you've chosen your starting region and race, you have to go through a 9-month loading screen while your character spawns, and that already sounds bad, but what's even worse is that once you've actually spawned, you have to go through 18 levels of tutorial, the first few of which are just interactive cutscenes. Even when you get to start moving around and interacting with the environment, what kinda sucks is that the only other users you really get to interact with are the 2 parent players that take you through the start of the tutorial, and the trouble is if they haven't advanced their parenting skill tree, you end up with really screwed up stats for the rest of the game. That's really just down to the RNG of who you get paired up with. So the first few levels of tutorial really aren't so memorable, but once you've made it to level 5 or 6, you've usually unlocked the friendship and knowledge trees, but you do have to spend around 6 hours a day at a learning academy to keep leveling that up. Okay, so as we get to about level 17 or 18, you basically finish the tutorial, and it turns out that the first thing you actually realize once you're done is that it had nothing to do with the rest of the game. And it turns out the whole tutorial is pretty much designed to sell you the college or university DLC, which is kind of overpriced for what you get, but if you decide to go for it, it can help you get a step up on free-to-play players in the mid-game.
What'd you think? It's just wild. The description of being like a video game character is hilarious. The unfortunate thing about this channel is that there aren't ridiculous amounts of videos to go through. And the last post was roughly like 10 months ago. But this YouTube channel will go ahead and actually keep you entertained. And I guarantee you there's at least a few videos that will resonate with you and you'll replay over and over again. You give them a look, casually explain. There's some subject matters on there in the delivery that will just go ahead and actually just make you die of laughter. So go ahead and actually check them out. So this one is by content creator is Julienoki. Now this one has 224 videos. It's one content creator, and she describes her channel as this. Hi, I'm Julie. I'm an actor, writer, comedian, and creator of the channel. Tune in for a comedy sketch every Thursday. Originally a food show called Feeling Peckish this channel has gone from food to comedy. So I never knew it when it was a food channel. I've only seen it as a comedy, and it's hilarious. So as Julie says, she's a comedian. Her sketches are often either introspections of herself or a look at the absurdity of the world. Her most famous sketches for me are the ones where she talks to herself in the mirror about the state of her life, or the ones that went totally viral, explaining the pandemic to my past self series. And she's up to like 6 parts on those particular series. Here's a clip of her first explaining as the April 2020 version of herself goes back in time and visits her January 2020 self. See if you like her explaining the pandemic to herself.
Oh, whoa. Who are you?
I'm Julie from 4 Months in the Future.
Actually? Are you here to tell me what's going to happen?
Yeah. I mean, because of the butterfly effect, I can only really give you some loose details, but we'll go through the basics, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Oh, good news?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Great choice. Yeah, cool. So, things have never been better for climate change.
No, that's great.
Dolphins in the Venice canals.
Really?
I know. Well, I mean, I saw it on Facebook. I don't know if it's a real thing. My aunt posted it, but it seems pretty legit.
Oh, okay, well, that's incredible. You know, especially given the Australian wildfires.
The what? Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, those are pretty, like, I think those are going to be the defining feature of 2020.
Yeah, you'd think.
Oh, no?
Not even a little bit.
Really? Because they're a pretty big deal.
Yeah, your definition of a pretty big deal is going to change, for sure.
Wow. Okay, so what is the bad news then?
You are going to want to pull all your investments.
What?
Yeah, just get everything out of the stock market. Get it all out.
Oh, it's a recession.
You know what? Put a little money in Zoom.
Isn't that a conferencing app?
Yes, trust me.
Okay. While we're being proactive here, actually, if you could just do a Costco run real quick.
That's going to save you a lot of hassle.
Costco. Do you have any hobbies? You know, just something to keep you busy? No, not really. You should get a dog. I want a dog. You know I want a dog. They're a lot of work, and you've got to walk. You got to go outside with them twice a day.
Right, the walks are going to be clutch.
Right, but I mean, I have to leave them because I have so much travel coming up.
Oh, no, you don't.
So what did you think, right? She is just her acting, and imagine explaining the pandemic to yourself, whatever, and just how you would be stunned or what have you. And there's more in that particular series, and there's some other good skits that she runs in there. Very good. Julie is absolutely brilliant in her facial and body languages, and she kills scenes. She just absolutely does, as you can go ahead and actually see in the sketch I showed you. Now, if you watch her pandemic series, you get totally hooked on her personality, then go ahead and actually subscribe and follow her, because I guarantee you some of these other sketches that she has will have you in stitches. So Julienoki, check her out on YouTube. So next I have Chiseled Adonis. Now Chiseled Adonis has plenty of videos. He has over 2,000 videos available on his channel. The way he describes his channel is stand-up comedy, black comedy, blue comedy, incel comedy, observational comedy, and satire. I'm a guy who loves to express myself through comedy. I also happen to be a guy with an opinion. The internet doesn't like me, and my videos have been removed all over social media. If you follow along, you'll see why. And honestly, he ain't lying. Clearly, he's controversial. And yes, sometimes his content can be too much, so he's not for everyone. But his comments are often funny, observant, and quotable. If you watch just a few of his videos, you'll notice he's genuinely himself in every video, and he's genuinely funny. My favorite is of him commentating MMA style fights. Check him out in this clip right here.
Boom, yesterday I discovered Fair Play, aka Discount Dudley, and I thought it was just circumstance that he wasn't wearing the suspenders. Turns out this man evolves into a different form every single round.
Let's fight like gentlemen. You have no dignity. Gutter trash.
In this skirmish here, Fair Play's got on the suspenders, so this must be his first form, and he's taking on a brother built like a mobile human washing machine. It's Chucko Bad Block.
With all due respect, you're simply too weak for me. Let's show a little propriety, shall we?
Straight out the gate, looks like Discount Dudley Fair Play trying to set up a combo, but for whatever reason, Chucko picked up the controller that was connected to NBA 2K. He's boxing out in a boxing fight.
Does your rudeness know no bounds, sir? They're pretty pathetic for a former champ. Think you can make it to the end of the round? You'll have to do better than that.
I'm not sure what Chucko's strategy here is, because Fair Play don't gotta do much. He pulled up to the fight dressed like he just got done listening to a sermon from Malcolm X, and now he's trying to convert Chucko with some sort of evangelism by fist. You shall learn the teachings of the Nation of Islam.
Body blow. Corkscrew blow.
You classless oaf.
Somebody should have told Chucko to get in shape for this fight. Fair Play hasn't taken a deep breath the entire fight. Chucko breathing so hard, you seeing dust and rocks coming off the ground.
You're an embarrassment to boxing. Perhaps it's time to hang up your gloves for good. You make a horrible sparring partner.
I quit.
Wait a minute. Ain't no way. That
Fat son of a bitch.
just forfeited the fight. Fair Play didn't even need to evolve into another form.
You're simply too weak for me. Ready to throw in the towel? May we continue now?
As you can see, he includes his thoughts and sound bites to up the funny. If you want someone who's going to be honest and give hilarious feedback on sporting events, check out Chiseled Adonis on all his social media platforms. If you like maybe 2 or 3 of his videos, you're going to want to go ahead and binge. And with all the video library that he has, you'll have plenty of material to check out. So, there you go. So, just making it into my top 5 of my comedy channels on YouTube is Swoozie. If you've been on YouTube for a long time, you know who Swoozie is. He has 393 videos out there. He is a self-content creator. And the way that he describes his channel is, I travel a lot and I'm in the entertainment industry. I travel a lot and I'm in the entertainment industry, so crazy stories are going to come as a result. That's how he describes it. I'm going to tell you the way I break it down. The fact that his stories are crazy is an understatement. Okay? Swoozie is the first YouTube channel that my son and I bonded over when he was younger, and I was catching it one time in the office or whatever, and he had already discovered it, and we just fall out laughing. Just absolutely hilarious. Swoozie is a hilarious storyteller of his life. It's usually an animation, but sometimes it's just him sitting in front of a camera, talking and telling you the story. And he's got plenty of them, like Confessions of a Disney Employee, Breaking Up with His Girlfriend, or my favorite series, How I Cheated in School. We're talking about middle school, high school, and college. Here is a clip of him cheating in middle school, which is one of his first uploads way back when, and see if it's your kind of thing.
The class was the easy A until we actually got textbooks. Masculine, feminine nouns, conjugating verbs, prepositions, like bump all of that. And I get to that first written test, conjugate the following verbs into past, present, and future. What? Get this crap out my face. I'd be danged if this is the class that holds me back from getting that 27-inch TV. And then something just tells me, look over to your left. My boy Josh is like burning through this test. He is like quietly singing Be Our Guest in French. C'est la fête, c'est la fête. And that same little voice in my head just whispers, cheat off of him. My eyes kind of just scrolled down to his paper, and my hand just started reflexively writing down everything I saw, and boom, B+. So next test comes along, and y'all already know I'm cheating. Okay, I wasn't always a goody-goody. I used to be up in the clubs popping bottles, but it's cool, because Josh was one of my best friends at the time, so I knew he wouldn't even mind. Next test comes along, Josh gets an A, I get an A. Fast forward to the next test, I'm sitting there practically flipping through the Best Buy catalog, and I notice Josh is moving a little bit slower on this test than he normally does. He fills out an answer, I fill out an answer. Then there's a pause. They fill out another answer, and then I'll fill out an answer. And there's another pause. And then I hear him say, Adonde, stop cheating off of me. Okay, I'm gonna act like I ain't even hear him say that, okay? Then he writes another answer. I wait for a second. And then I write an answer. And then he says it a little bit louder. He's like, Adonde, stop cheating on me. Shh, Josh, just let it happen. Just let it happen. Ferme la bouche. Ferme la bouche. So there's a long pause. He writes down another answer. I wait for like 30 seconds. And then I write down an answer. Miss Price, Adonde's cheating off of me! Yelled it out in front of the whole class. I'm not even exaggerating, y'all. Needless to say, I got an F on that test, a C in the class, and no honor roll. See, Josh is lucky my thug levels had gone down by the time I got into middle school, because the old me would have been waiting for him outside the class, and as soon as he stepped out, get all up in his face like, my dude, why you snitching? This is not a game. What, you think this is a game? Now I gotta open up a can on you, partner. I didn't choose the thug life. Thug life chose me.
Now, I don't know about you, but that just, it strikes funny bones for me. It's the animation, the bravado, it's just hilarious, right? Dude's stories are always clean, ridiculous, and hilarious. So much content that you could watch his stories for weeks and not be done. Now, you check out a couple of his videos, and you'll think that he's hilarious too. If you check out his other social media pages, like his Twitter, Instagram, all that kind of good stuff. Links are in the description bio for his YouTube channel. But Swoozie, my number 5 pick on comedy channels that I watch. So my number 4 favorite comedy channel that's out there is single content creator Ryan George. Ryan George has 208 videos out there right now. And on his YouTube channel, he goes and actually says, hi there. Hello, my name is Ryan George, and I make comedy videos where I talk to myself. You might know me from pitch meetings over at Screen Rant where I say super easy, barely an inconvenience, an inappropriate number of times. Subscribe here for funny stuff. And I would tell you, that's an understatement. So on top of pitch meetings, Ryan George makes hilarious original comedy content. Subject matters include a time traveler from the 90s that visits our time now. There's a company that he has on there whose job is to name things first. So they're the company that names things first, and it's just hilarious. So you got to go and actually watch it to go ahead and actually get the whole vibe of it, but it's hilarious. But my personal favorite is the first person to do anything. So in situations, he actually has it where the absurdity, the craziness of being the first person to do certain things just breaks it down to brass tacks. So it's hilarious. In this clip right here that I want you to go and actually watch now, this is the first person that goes and actually agrees to work in an office. Check it out.
See, check this place out. Oh my God, this is it. This is where you're gonna be all the time moving forward. This place is super bland and depressing. Yeah, well, I figured too many colors would be distracting, so now you can focus. On what? On making me money. I thought you were gonna give me money. I will, yeah, but first you need to help me make a ton of money, and then I'll give you a teeny tiny little bit of it. That sounds like a scam. No, it doesn't. That's a good point, okay. And hey, listen, I'm gonna need you to dress up a little more than that, okay? Maybe put on a suit and tie. For who? I don't know, but I was thinking on Friday we could wear casual clothes. For who? I don't know. I don't know who that's for. All right, and so where do I work? Oh, you're gonna love this. I got these little cubes for you to work in. Ew, why? Well, with these I can cram a bunch of people into this space in close proximity to each other. Can I decorate the cube a bit so it's not so bleak? I mean, a little bit, I guess. Sure, yeah, maybe put a picture of your family to remind yourself that you can't be with them for most of your waking hours. When can I spend time with my family and friends? Oh, there's gonna be the early morning before you start the commute to work, when I'm tired because it's early morning. That's right. And then there's also the evening, when I'm tired because I just spent all day working. That's right. And every 5 days you get 2 days off. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet. You'll probably have the energy to do like one activity and then kind of recuperate to start over the next week. Okay, that sounds a little less cool. how long do I have to do this exactly? Decades. Oh no. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be in a cube for decades? Well, no, not necessarily. If you consistently make me a lot of money, maybe I'll reward you with an office that has a view. What'll that do? Well, then that'll let you look outside and see the beautiful day you're not really allowed to participate in. I guess that's better. And then if you put aside a little bit of money every time I give you some, you could probably stop coming in here by the time you're in your 60s or 70s. I can only have all my time to myself when I'm much, much older. That kind of sucks. Would it help if we called those the golden years? Oh yeah, no, that helps a lot actually. I like the sound of that. Ooh, another thing you're really gonna like about this place, we have this room that's like a sanctuary of peace and tranquility where you can just kind of go and get rid of all the bad stuff you're holding inside. Oh, that sounds nice, right? Yeah, I do like the sound of... Wait, are you talking about a bathroom? Yeah, you're gonna really come to treasure your bathroom breaks, I think. All right, man, well listen, it seems like living costs money and you'll give me some of that if I come here, so I guess I'm in. Fantastic. And I assume if the cost of living goes up for whatever reason, you'll kind of increase the amount of money you give me to match. Oh God, no. All right.
So, I hope you like that clip because that just cracks me up every time I see it because I'm an office worker too, right? Ryan is a master of playing multiple characters in his sketches, and he really makes you feel like there's two different people or more. His sharp and witty observational comedy makes his content totally relevant and bingeable. And yes, that's a word I just decided. So go watch his playlist now, watch a few of his videos, and if you like them, go ahead and actually subscribe to him because Ryan George is hilarious. He's my number 4 pick. And now we get to the top 3. So my number 3 pick in the comedy for YouTube, we just picked the actor that goes and actually does these specific types of videos, but there's one particular channel that he does that just cracks me up all the time. Pitch Meetings. Pitch Meetings is a offshoot of their main channel, which is Screen Rant. Okay, now they currently actually only have 39 videos because the channel just split like a few months ago or so, but they're getting more and more videos on there. If you want to see all the videos that have come before that, like there's hundreds of them, you can go to Screen Rant. But right now there's Pitch Meeting and there's plenty of videos on there. So what is Pitch Meetings? So pitch meetings are staged hypothetical pitch meetings of movies or TV shows that are in pop culture. Think like Harry Potter, Star Wars, Stranger Things, and of course all things Marvel, just to name a few. I mean, there's literally hundreds of these videos from the past, present, all that kind of stuff. The pitch meetings are mostly always of comedian Ryan George playing the characters of both the writer and the movie producer trying to get a movie made. The comedy is golden. Ryan makes fun of plots, plot holes, character choices, script writing, and all the absurd things that we either notice or don't even notice in our movies. Usually one or both of the characters are totally oblivious to the other's points. And he gives you some of the most earworm catchphrases of all time on YouTube. Take a look at this clip.
Oh, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking we have Will Smith star as a superhero, right? And we call the movie Tonight He Comes. Tonight He Comes. That sounds a little weird, to be honest, a little dirty. No, that does sound a little weird now that you mention it. Well, maybe we can name the movie after his character's name. What's his character's name? Hancock. That sounds a lot better. Yeah, let's go with that. Fantastic. So what happens in this thing? Well, Hancock is this alcoholic superhero, right? And he's careless, you know? He's half-heartedly saving people. He's really not into it. So why does he do it? Because he's a superhero. I guess that makes sense. And he's got this thing where if somebody calls him an a-hole, that just sets him off. Like this little kid calls him an a-hole and he launches him into the air. Oh my God. Yeah, so everybody hates this Hancock guy. I bet. And so one day Hancock saves this guy Ray from getting hit by a train by honestly probably killing the train conductor. What? And see, the thing about Ray is that he works in PR. Puerto Rico? No sir, he's a public relations expert and he's trying to convince corporations
corporations to join his Heart Initiative and give stuff away for free in ways that would help the planet, like medicine and stuff. Okay. So because Hancock saved Ray's life, Ray is like, hey, I can help rework your public image because everyone hates you. How does he plan on doing that? By sending him to jail. What are you talking about? Yeah, he's like, we'll send you to jail and then people are gonna realize they need you. I guess that makes sense. So when he's in jail, he's gonna have to deal with all these bad guys who want to beat him up since he's the reason they're in jail. Uh-oh, it's gonna be hard to get out of that situation. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, cause see, he's a superhero, so they were never a threat at all. Right. Why did they even think they could intimidate him? I don't know. Well, okay then. Anyway, so he takes a guy's head and shoves it up another guy's butt. Yeah, right. Wait, really? Yeah, that's a real scene in this movie. Hancock's gonna put a man's head inside another man's butt. Oh, that would probably kill both of them, wouldn't it? Yeah, you'd think so, but I checked the script and turns out that's not deadly. But you wrote the script. I did, yeah. Okay. So
a super easy, barely inconvenience for the writer to go ahead and actually say, like, nothing that should be hard is hard because I'm a writer. I'm just going to write my way out of it. That's basically what it comes down to. The pitch meetings are self-aware, silly green screen show that it just works. You'll want to watch playlists all day, especially if you're into movies or TV and you're a fan of those types of things and you know the absurdity that comes with those. So pitch meetings, go ahead and actually check them on YouTube. If you like a couple of them, you'll like the rest of them. Don't forget, the rest of the movies are on Screen Rant, but your guy, Ryan George, is on there. Go ahead and actually check it out. So, my number 2 pick, and it is very close between my number 2 and number 1, but my number 2, my runner-up, my second favorite right now on YouTube in regards to this category that I'm going with, a comedy, is Big Jah. Now, Big Jah is a single content creator, has 441 videos on the platform right now. And he describes his channel as that he's a funny filmmaker that creates visuals of various genres. How I go ahead and actually tell you about Big Jah will have you rolling with his text on various situations and his different series. Some of my favorite series are Tiberius the Hood Hitman, My Roommate Pays All the Bills, and the one that kills me every time he comes out with one, he hasn't come out one in a while, but it kills me every time, is When the Whole Crew is Stupid. Check out this foolishness and you'll know why it is hilarious to me.
Her attitude, man, I'm just saying, man, I don't know how much longer I can deal with it. Like, man, we in the back arguing, and she get mad at the shit I'm saying because she know I'm always right. She gonna get in the car and smash off, and then they ran both my foots over.
Both foots, my nigga?
Both of them, man.
Damn. Hey, y'all saying it wrong. It ain't foots. Thank you. That's good. It's feets. Feets. When you got your socks on, it's foots. When your toes is out, raw and shit, it's feet.
That don't even make sense. Where the E's come in?
What?
No, I ain't. I'm doing something. So I ain't thinking.
Look like you got something to say.
Hey, I'm gonna let this cup pass for me. All right. I don't even want to get into it. It's all good. Say what you feel. It's all good.
Nah, say something.
What you think? There's nothing on my mind. I am focused over here. Thank you. Continue with your conversation, though, please.
You must not even know then. Is it foots or feets, my nigga?
Do you really want me to share it with you?
Yeah.
It's neither. It's not foots. It's not feets. Foot is singular. If you want to make it plural, it's feet. Multiple feet.
How is it plural with no S at the end of feet?
It doesn't need to be an S on it.
It's 2 foots, my nigga. The right foot and the left foot. 2 foots with the S. Exactly. Foots.
Didn't you play college ball?
Yeah, man. What that got to do with anything?
What?
Stop! Stop! Nigga, I'm tired of you. You always try to correct somebody.
You all asked me to say something. I didn't even want to be in this conversation. I was in my phone.
Nah. One day you gonna correct the wrong nigga, and they gonna knock your tooth out.
Yep, all of them.
They're gonna knock my what out?
Your tooth.
I'm sorry. They're gonna knock my what?
Your tooth.
Damn. I'm sure they're not going to knock my tooths
what you think when all your friends is just dumb as hell and you just sitting up there like, really, fellas? I just been in that situation before. Big Jaw conveys so much through his face, and his delivery kills me every single time. I'm hoping he gets a big break to go big time, just because more people should go and actually know about his comedy. He's just hilarious to me. But until then, you should check out his YouTube page, purchase merch while you at it, do all that kind of good stuff, because he's got a whole bunch of different things out there, and he's trying to catch on, and he's a hilarious dude. Yeah, if you go and actually get some of the merch, you might go ahead and actually get them yams. So Big Jaw, my number 2 selection on the YouTube Comedy Factor. Now, time for my number 1 comedy YouTube page right now for me, okay? And it is comedian Shular King. He's got 5,000 videos, or more than 5,000 now, on his channel. You would go ahead and, now you might have seen him in a comedy club or even on Wild Out. He's known for starting off his videos with, anybody want to tell me? And then he lays it out there for you as far as whatever he's reacting to. This comedian's everyman observation and approach on various videos, news, and events is absolutely hilarious. He will call it like he sees it, and if it can be critiqued, Shular is probably have talked about it at some point in time. Let's see a clip on him talking about just giving up on parenting. Check this one out.
Ladies and gentlemen, anybody want to tell me just what in the bad behind boy sickle is going on here? At this point, man, just leave him in there, man. Just leave him in there. There's solutions to the problem. I know. He bad. It's this type of stuff. They say, well, boys to be boys. Man, just leave him in there. Just leave him in there. When your kids get to acting like this and they get all in the refrigerator, in the daggone stove, man, act like you don't see them. Just act like you don't see them no more. Tell the manager to go and slap a price on his forehead and let somebody sell him. How much milk is right now? $4. Hey man, just go on, slap a price. Slap the price, whatever half gallon milk going for. Coconut milk. That's what he really needs to sell for, cause damn head hard. Coconut milk. Sell him for whatever, man. We ain't got time. I don't have time no more. I can't. Just let him stay in there. If he figure out how to get back home, cool. Just, you know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes you got to give up. That's the message. I know I give a lot of positive messages right now. Son, you got to know when to quit. You can't bring your kids to the store. They doing this. Quit. Just give up.
He's just like your dad or your uncle, right? And just like sometimes, like, you just, okay, all right, fam, I got you. Shular just makes you laugh and chuckle throughout his videos with his delivery, his approach, deadpan. Sometimes he's just staring at you, whatever. And because his videos are usually only like 2 to 3 minutes long, you'll be able to binge them for hours before you even realize that your day is damn near gone. But your stomach is hurting from laughing and all that stuff. So comedian Shular King is my number 1 comedy site on YouTube right now. Go check him out. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Thank you once again for staying with me for this entire deal. This is something new. I'm going to try and do this like once a month to go and actually give you like some YouTube channels, various different genres, categories, or what have you, things that I like. I can't say objectively whether, you know, people like this or that or something like that, but just things that I have found on YouTube that I find either funny or interesting or informal or entertaining, whatever the case may be. So hope to go and actually do this again once a month. This is, again, my subjective opinion. But if you like this list or you like some of the people on here or what have you, go ahead and actually click like, share, subscribe on this channel. I'll continue to go and actually bring you my reviews and my thoughts and opinions just to make sure that you get entertained and you can go ahead and actually know who you want to go and actually spend your time around. But until next time that I bring you a review, you take care of yourself, all right?